Okay, honors people, here's number 3 for you. The perimeter of an isosceles trapezoid is 40 feet. If I'm thinking about a trapezoid, I know that the bases are going to be the sides that are parallel. So if I have the bases of the trapezoid are 11 feet and 19 feet, I know this is 11, I know this side is 19. Now, what makes it isosceles is that the two sides that are not the bases, those sides are going to be congruent. I don't know what those sides are right now, so I'll say whatever mystery measure this one is the same mystery measure. They haven't used x in the problem yet. I can make x my own value. I'm going to represent those as x. And if I do, and I know that the perimeter is 40 feet, I can figure out what those side measures are. The 11 plus the 19 plus 2 x's, that should add up to a perimeter of 40. So, okay, the 11 plus the 19 is going to give me 30. I have 30 plus 2x, equals 40, 2x equals 10, x equals 5. Now, for some of you, you said, okay, great, x is 5, that means that's my height. That's not your height. This is your height. You can now use that measure of 5 in order to figure out what that height is. Now, in order to figure out the height, I can now look to this, right triangle. Within that right triangle, I actually know the measure of the hypotenuse is 5. I know the height on the right is what I want, and now as far as this bottom piece, I can figure that out. When I'm looking from this height to, let's say, this height, I know that from here to here, that's worth 11, which means 11 plus this mystery and this mystery, that all adds up to 19. If I take that 11 away from the 19, I have 8. And if this and this are congruent, because this is isosceles, then I know that each one of those is going to be 4. Hopefully we're good on that thought process so far. If each of those is worth 4, just want to get rid of these extra lines here. If that little piece is worth 4, I can either remember my Pythagorean triples in order to figure out the height, or I can do the Pythagorean theorem. Either way, I'm going to find and realize that my height is not 5, my height is 3. So once I have a height of 3, I can figure out the area. Remember, it's 1/2 times the sum of the bases times the height. The bases are 11 and 19. The height we just found is 3. So 1/2 times 30 times 3. I have the area is equal to 15 times 3, which tells me we have an area of 45, and in this case, feet squared. All right, let me know if you have questions.